Today we're hunting a rare species known as the RNN broadcast. There's a little bugger right there.
What are you doing?
We're filming the intro for the new RNN broadcast.
Who did this?
Canyon did it.
No, you spelled new wrong.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You added an extra E.
How do you guys even get this on my back without my consent? You guys are crazy. Is this even allowed?
Yeah.
Gosh, what a loser.
Welcome to the nation of the news, Rams. Let's hope I don't have to edit the green screen again. This time, we have a jam-packed Ram Nation news episode. First up, we have the movie review. And now it's time for Ruben and Kendra's fantastic movie review.
The fuse has been lit.
This week we're reviewing Lin-Manuel Miranda's Tick, Tick, Boom. Tick, Tick, Boom is a film based on Jonathan Larson's 1992 stage production of the same name. The movie follows his life as an aspiring playwright in New York in the year 1990. Well, I thought Tick, Tick, Boom was a really good movie. I'm not a big musical fan, but I still thought that the acting and the story and the characters were great, so I still enjoyed it as a movie. The only negative I can really think of is that on some occasions I thought that some of the musical segments took away from the emotional punch that could have been without the musical segments. I thought I would have liked to just seen these characters talk and have some more quiet moments with them, get to know the characters better, but that's just my opinion as someone who's not super into musicals. If you are into musicals, you probably think the exact opposite, and you would love this movie, so I definitely recommend this movie to people who love musicals and people who aren't really into them either.
I disagree with that statement because I think musicals are fantastic. They're one of my favorite forms of art, and I feel like the songs just help pack the punch even more. I thought Garfield's performance in this show was really good. The fact that he even learned how to sing just for this role
Yeah, that was interesting.
So cool.
That is cool.
And I thought he portrayed Larson and his life really well in honor of him. And Larson's Tick Tick Boom is fantastic. I especially loved the diner scene. It showcased a lot of Broadway legends, like the Anita from West Side Story. Oh, that was so cool.
So have you seen the movie Tick, Tick, Boom?
Yes, I have.
And what did you think of it?
Personally, I loved Andrew Garfield's performance. It was very raw, and he's very talented.
I agree.
And personally, I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, Miss Sawyer.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I was wondering if you've seen the movie Tick Tick Boom.
I have seen the movie Tick Tick Boom.
May I ask how many times?
Just once, and it was kind of a while ago.
Just once, okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the movie?
I thought it was really good. I actually watched it the day that Stephen Sondheim died, so that was kind of hard and sad because he's in the movie too and kind of featured. And I'm a big fan of Rent, but I knew about Tick Tick Boom, but not as much. So I thought it was really great, and I was very impressed by Andrew Garfield's singing that he learned for the movie, and I thought it was a really important story to be told too. So I thought it was a really beautiful movie and really well done.
Yeah. So I give this movie 4 out of 5 bags of popcorn just because the replayability isn't as good as I wanted it to be, and I don't relate to the content of the movie too well. But the bags of popcorn are steaming hot and fresh.
And I'm going to give this movie 3 out of 5 bags of popcorn. As Kendra said, these popcorn kernels are hot, buttery, and fresh. And I'm also going to give it a large Dr. Pepper with lots of big fat ice cubes to keep it nice and cool. Yep. This has been Ruben.
And this is Kendra.
And this has been our fantastic movie review.
Wow, what a crazy movie. Now, we have me and Wesley with the sports. Hello, I'm Corbin.
And I'm Wesley.
And we're recording the sports stuff. We're gonna start off with the swimming.
Of course, they had and still are having a great season.
Here's some interviews with some of them.
Hello guys, we're here with...
I'm Luke Prong, I'm one of the captains of the swim team.
And, The swim season's coming to an end soon. How do you feel about the season thus far?
I feel like we've done pretty good. A lot of the guys have really showed up. It was really nice making state near the start of the year. And I feel like conference is coming up this weekend, so I feel like we're gonna perform really well there. Maybe make a few more state cuts.
That sounds great. So, is it conference that you guys are really looking forward to? Is there anything else in the season that is a big thing coming up?
We were actually trying mainly to perform well at state. Conference means a lot, but with how little people we have, we can't really hope to like finish first there. So we're mainly aiming towards finishing like top 5 at state.
Hello, Ram Nation News. We're here with Jacob Flory. He's another part of the swim team. How do you feel about the season this far?
Pretty excited. There's been a lot of shoulder pain for a lot of the team and a lot of injuries, but we're still persevering and pushing through. We placed pretty good at our last meet with all of our conference teams, so I think we can do pretty good this time.
Basketball time.
I know a lot about this sport, since I'm in it.
Yes. Interviews. What is there to look forward to for the rest of the season?
Senior night next week. We got March 3rd against Covert. You guys should pop out for that. Me, Damon, and Wesley. So yeah, March 3rd.
Baby, be March there. 3rd.
Bowling is cool.
Actually, it's epic.
We have some great interviews with some of them. Feel your season's gone so far?
Well, the bowling team is made up of a lot of new members this year, so we really didn't place highly in the varsity boys team, but there was a lot of growth made. I'm very proud of some of our members like Nathan, who have increased their averages greatly, and it being my final year, I believe that we're actually quite well set for regionals. The girls bowling team has done fantastic, and in our conference took 2nd place.
Skiing time. Swoosh! How do they have snow? I don't know. What I do know is that we have interviews. How do you feel your season's going?
Well, we have a lot of new members, a couple girls who haven't even skied, and everybody's doing really well. Personally, pretty good season. But as a team, I think we've really stepped up, and especially for a young team.
I'm Wesley, and I'm watching wrestling.
Amazing. Well, I've got some interviews, but what's new?
Unfortunately, we weren't able to get any interviews with the wrestling team, but enjoyed this picture of a beautiful meadow instead.
Now we're moving on to competitive cheer.
Gee, throwing people around really seems hard.
That's for sure. Here's some interviews. How do you feel your season went?
Each competition we had, we've gotten a higher score each time, so I'm saying it's looking pretty good. It looked pretty good. It's over now, but it was really good.
This is Corbin.
And this is Wesley.
Talking to you from Ram Nation News. And now we've got Kendra's segment on Black History Month.
This week, I will be introducing you to a hidden hero of the civil rights movement, Bayard Rustin. Rustin was born March 17, 1912 in Westchester, Pennsylvania to parents Florence Rustin and Archie Hopkins. He was primarily raised by his wealthy grandparents, Julia and Jennifer Rustin. Julia was a Quaker and a part of the NAACP, which is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Many leaders of the NAACP frequented his home, such as W.E.B. Du Bois and James Weldon Johnson. This led Rustin to have many left-leaning beliefs from a young age. Even before it was safe to do so, he was openly gay, saying that his grandmother's support helped him to feel proud of his sexuality. Rustin attended Wilberforce College in 1932, but was suspended in 1936 after organizing a sit-in. He moved to Harlem, New York in 1937 to attend the City College of New York. He joined the Young Communist League in 1939, whose group was urged to participate in the civil rights movement. Stalin asked them to shift their advocacy work to support U.S. entry into World War II in 1941, so Rustin joined the Socialist Party. With the help of some Socialist Party members, Rustin was a key component in getting the Fair Employment Act passed in 1941. Rustin continued various advocacy work until 1956 when he started working under the notable Martin Luther King Jr. This was when King was first organizing the Montgomery bus boycott. Rustin worked under King for years and was the key organizer in the 1963 March on Washington. Rustin was not featured as the director of the march as he was an openly gay man. He was instead named as the deputy of the march. Rustin continued to do various advocacy work involving many different ethnic groups and the LGBTQ+ community. He passed away in 1987 due to a perforated appendix. Rustin was never given the fame he deserves for the work he did during the civil rights movement due to his sexual orientation and his brief membership with the Communist Party. That is why this Black History Month, we honored Bayard Rustin and his legacy. This is Kendra Burrows reporting for Ram Nation News.
Go. Nicely done, Rams. Now we have Ethan and Canyon with What's New.
So, what is the musical for this year?
This year we are doing Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and it's the updated version, so it's the version that was first performed on Broadway in 2013, and there have been several versions. Some of you might know, the Brandy and Whitney Houston one that came out in like the 90s, but this is a slightly updated version of that.
Okay. Can you say a little bit of like what's to come for that musical?
Yeah, so we're really excited. We've been working really hard since we came back to school in January, putting together beautiful musical numbers, big dance sequences. There's like a whole masquerade ball that's a really big part of the show. We've got our pit orchestra that's been working really hard to put things together, so we're just really excited to perform for a live audience again. We haven't been able to do that for a musical since 2019, so we're really excited about that and just kind of showing what our student actors and performers and musicians can do. So we're excited to put together this show.
All right. And then, so you're a music teacher. A musical definitely would be suited for a music teacher.
Sure.
What would you say you would do for the musical?
Yeah, so my role for the musical is I'm the music director, so I am kind of responsible for teaching all of the singing parts of the musical. So we usually spend a couple weeks kind of right at the beginning of the show learning all the music and learning all the different solos and all the different group singing and just kind of putting that part of it together. And then I work in conjunction with Mrs. O'Neill to put together all of the acting and the dancing and putting it together with the pit orchestra, which Mr. Bopp helps to prepare. So I kind of help teach all the musical stuff and then also kind of help clean and refine and get it ready to perform and get it ready for that final product that our audience will see.
Why did you choose to join the musical?
I chose to join the musical because I personally enjoy acting and singing, and putting those two things together just fits. And some of the times, I don't really like musical songs, so the good music that comes from this musical really actually makes it way better, because not only do I get to sing music, I also get to sing music that actually is enjoyable.
All right. Thanks for getting the interview, Ethan Moore.
What? Dude, why did you...
No thanks? Oh! Sorry. Not Ethan. So, Linus, we hear you're in the musical.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's awesome.
Yeah, we hear there's a fight scene in the musical and you're in it.
Yeah.
We actually hear you're fighting Ethan.
Yeah.
So, we've set up a little thing right here that, we can recreate it, for the viewers.
No, I'm good.
Get him, Ethan! Come on! Get him! Get him.
What is your problem?
I'll help.
What is your problem?
Dude, you're ruining the shot. What? Hey, it's me, Linus. I'm a big stupid head. Linus, I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Canyon Fitch.
Canyon, this is an interview.
What's up?
This is an interview.
Oh, right. So you talk.
Yeah. I mean, you answer, but I ask questions. Okay, first question. What's it like being in the musical?
Oh man, it's really fun in the musical. Sometimes. You know, being in the musical, it's fun.
Okay, next question. What do you like about the musical?
Do you want me to look at the camera? Or not?
I don't care.
Oh, what's up?
What's your favorite part about
my
the
favorite
musical?
part about the musical is like when we all get together and we all sing and dance, and there's a really cool part where like I get to yell at this stupid kid called Ethan Moore. I get to yell at him and like just like let him.
Kane, I'm Ethan Moore.
Oh, I thought I knew you from somewhere. Yeah. No, I still mean everything I said. Next question.
Okay, let's see. What made you decide you wanted to do the musical?
Oh, well, I had already done Shrek the Musical freshman year, and well, we all know the tragedy of Shrek the Musical. So, you know, I just really wanted to like get back into the acting and the singing, and I really loved doing the fall play. And that when I played Boris, he was the highlight of the play. So I wanted a bigger role, so I decided I'll try out for the musical and just try my hardest and get myself out there. And it ended up that I got Sebastian, which is the lead villain, and I'm just so excited to, you know, act as Sebastian and, you know, live this life that I've never known, because he's a completely different person than what I am, you know?
Yeah, all right.
No.
Thank you. No?
No.
Do you?
No thanks.
Oh.
Cut the camera.
I am contractually obligated to say that this is Eli's segment for the choir.
If you're any good at singing or you want to get better, choir is for you. It's taught by Miss Hilliard down in room 101. Here are a few words and details from her.
In choir, we prepare a lot of different types of music. We have several different concerts throughout the year. At this point of the year, we're in March right now, or we're about to March. We go to Choral Festival. We prepare some different holiday concerts in December, which is a lot of fun. And then we just kind of work on our music skills and our singing skills. We are working on, you know, how to read music and how to get better at those types of skills. And we're working on how to improve our voices. I think there's really a lot of benefits to choir beyond just like, you know, I think a lot of people join choir because they enjoy music and they enjoy singing, but then I think it also helps people learn how to work together in a group. You know, we're kind of all on the same team and we're working to like achieve a common goal. We've got all kinds of different people in choir, all kinds of different skill levels, and so I think it helps you kind of figure out how to work with the people around you and how to come at it from like different levels of experience and all kind of work towards that same goal of having a really beautiful performance. I think that it's important to know that like if you're a band person, if you're an orchestra person, you can also do choir, especially now that we have this 7-hour day. We have maybe a little bit more flexibility in your schedule, and you can do both band and choir or orchestra and choir, and I think that's really great. You also can come to choir like later on. So if you don't have any experience in choir, you can join as a sophomore or junior or senior. I've had seniors join choir in the second semester of the year, and then basically they just tell me that they wish they had joined sooner because they're having so much fun. So you definitely learn lots of different skills, and there's different things that it's good to know before you join choir, but you can come to it basically with like no prior knowledge whatsoever, and we can get you in and get you singing and get you to be part of the group. So, yeah.
Well, honestly, like the community that Miss Hilliard has created with the choir, along with just the good people in choir and the amazing songs. I mean, I just love singing the songs that we have in choir. As someone who joined freshman year, I can tell you that the people that you're going to meet in choir and the friends you're going to make is worth everything. I mean, not only that, but also the experience of getting like organized singing, and you have like a group that you can trust with your own voice and with theirs. It's a very cool experience.
It's really fun, and people are extremely supportive, and the music is just really good, and everyone's together. It's kind of like a family. Kind of a way to leave everything, any problems you have at the door, and just get in there and sing and have fun.
I really like singing, and for choir specifically, it's more with like all of the really cool harmonies, and she lets us switch around parts. So I've actually been all 3 parts that I can be, so that's really cool. And I just really like singing. Mostly we need more like deep voices, like tenor and basses, like more baritone. But it's just it's a fun thing to do. You can sing with your friends.
My favorite part about choir is just having somewhere to go every day where I can express myself. It's a really relaxing hour, and it's just a great class to free your mind.
If you have any questions at all about joining choir next year, talk to Ms. Hilliard in room H101. This is Eli Morrison with the Ram Nation News.
This is Corbin Morrison reporting for Ram Nation News. All of you lovely people, have a great weekend and make sure to stay Ramtastic.
Perfect. Awesome.